Out rookie campaign. And for Dallas, we talked about the first-time All-Star and Jessica Shepard showing out the season career numbers. How about Arike Ogunbowale, 8th year with this franchise, and she is complemented with a number of talented players around her. Excitable time here and great crowd on hand as we continue to see rising numbers, best in the W in terms of attendance, pouring in to see some of the world's best. And underway here at American Airlines Center, that one last off of Jessica Shepard, and the initial turnover to start off the game for the Dallas Wings, coming in at 15-8 overall, currently sitting at 4th in the standings.
Now these two teams have played already twice, and in both of those games, Chicago was able to get a double-digit lead, but then Dallas was allowed to come back and steal those wins. So can they steal one here on the road?
There have been multiple times where Chicago has been so close in games. Good start as Courtney Vandersloot scoring the first 2 points for the Sky. Arike Ogunbowale, fall away, no, fade away, won't fall. And Sloot and the Sky back the other way, deep into the pocket once again. Azare Stevens launching the three off the mark, and Jess Shepard hauls in her first rebound.
And Tyler Marsh said he wants to see Azare Stevens get involved early. She's been passing up some shots, so at least she looked to take that one.
Beckers can't get that one to fall. Natasha Cloud, who joined the club back in May, free agent signee, as they get it inside to Cardoso. How about the footwork baseline, the reverse layup up and in?
That's the biggest improvement I have seen from Camila Cardoso from last season to this season, is being able to manipulate the defense even after they think they've got her stopped, she can still go around.
Cardoso in her 3rd season out of South Carolina. That one rims out for Fudd. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, and Jess Shepard gives the Wings their first points.
Tyler Marsh was really concerned about that. Once you defend Dallas's first actions, you can't allow those second chance opportunities.
Sloot to the hoop, and Jess rims off for the vet. PB5 over to Arike Ogunbowale, and Ogunbowale knocks down the triple. Well, how many times have we seen her do that throughout her career? Known as a volume shooter, but kind of adjusting to a different role now.
Yeah, I like the maturation of Arike's game. Now, she is shooting the lowest field goal attempts in her career, and also the lowest field goal percentage, but she's in different areas. She's able to post up and really use her strength getting inside.
You see the game plan early on for Chicago, getting it inside. Cardoso now with her 2nd bucket of the game. She's got 4 points. Fudd, guarded by Taylor, off the screen, dumps it over. Shepard on the baseline, and the size of Cardoso altering that shot.
Yeah, with that size, I think you got to either look at Cardoso or Azare Stevens and attack the bigs of Dallas.
And Stevens going right in. Important to get her going early along with Cardoso.
Yeah, and they can pass each other. As long as Dallas can keep the ball in the middle of the floor, they can be dangerous.
Shepard, elbow jumper, rims in. Jessica Shepard experiencing her best season of her career, coming off a 20-point performance in that win against Toronto Friday, as Vandersloot answering back the other way with a mid-range.
I know the Sky are glad to get Sloot back, and I did a Chicago game a couple of weeks back, and Camila Cardoso said Sloot on the floor makes her calm. Oh, that's nice.
Tracking down the rebound is Cardoso, but off the foot of Stevens, recovered by the Sky, and they get it across half court into Taylor. We're gonna say a kick ball. Well, we talked about the Dallas Wings coming in hot, winners of 4 straight under first-year head coach Jose Fernandez and the turnaround that we have seen with this Wings franchise, already surpassing the wins total from a season ago of 10, and they did it in 17 games. And so now sitting at 15 wins. He said tonight is going to be important to see who we are as Cardozo gets it to go in, but this is an important test to see how we handle success heading into the All-Star break.
Yeah, because Dallas coming in 4 games that they've won and have won on the road, knowing that they're going to play a hungry Chicago team.
A lock career off the mark, offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, good look, but Agumbawale can't get it to fall.
Look, same trend as the first 2 games. What'd I tell you? Chicago came out early, got that lead. Oh, blocked by Beckers on 6-7.
Quickly over to Fudd, quick release, she drains it, knocks it down from downtown. Well, AZ Fudd, who played the first 6 games of her WNBA career off the bench, has made an impact since coming on as a starter now in her 17th start of the season.
AZ Fudd's release, if you blink, you're gonna miss it.
And intercepted by Stevens, out in transition, on the continuation, count the bucket for Sydney Taylor.
The first time in her career has led to 3 triple-doubles this season and a starting spot in the upcoming All-Star game. She said, trust and time on the floor has given me the opportunity to showcase what I can do, and winning the games is the most important, and we have a great young core. And when I came here, I expected to have fun, and you already know, when you play your best basketball is when you're having fun.
Well, absolutely, thanks so much, Brooke.
And I think that Jess Shepard has been the nucleus of this Dallas Wing offense. When she's able to touch the ball in the middle of the floor, she almost, it's like a reversed inverted point guard. She operates from the inside.
Just the steady progression that she's had throughout her career, and just found the right situation with the Wings and opens things up as continuing to go inside to the paint. Camila Cardozo just too strong on that one around the rim.
Jose Fernandez said that Leah Rue was going to be key to combat the length of Camila Cardozo from Chicago.
Shepard working on Azurá Stevens. In the lane, no. Sydney Taylor pushing back, pace forward. And Taylor with a nice up and under, just leaves it short. Beckers finds Agumbawale, gets a little space creation, and the 15-footer drops. Enrique Agumbawale already now with 7 points. Shepard grabbing another board, finding Giroux, running in transition, and the bucket for Giroux. Well, Jess Shepard has seen this Dallas offense have so much success, the elevated number. And they started this game a little sluggish from the field, but has picked it up. Meanwhile, Gabriela Jaquez, one of the rookies in this draft class, sees the sky turn it over. Jess Shepard once again all over the floor. That's one of the things that Paige Becker said about her, is how invaluable she is in every area of the game. In the lane, the take and the finish from Beckers. The Sky without the services of Skylar Diggins, but Natasha Cloud and company know that they've got to pick things up with Diggins out for now her 3rd straight game.
Well, Chicago's got to be efficient with their shot selection and take care of the ball, because if you allow Dallas to get out and run, it could be a long night.
Agumbawale working on Cloud. A couple of defenders pick up Agumbawale. 1 second left on the shot clock. And they're going to award the foul to Natasha Cloud as the shot clock expired. Tyler Marsh, in his 2nd season as head coach with the Chicago Sky, not happy about the call. Bailed out at the end of that play and continuing to have conversation here.
Well, I'd like to see, did the foul occur before the shot clock ran out? You can see the clock.
Now on the floor for our wings, number 8, Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's before, right before she got that shot up for the release.
Elizabeth Williams, Maddie Westbelt, along with J.C. Sheldon, new faces on the floor for the Sky.
Atlanta Smith in for Dallas.
Jaquez spinning around and gets it to go in the lane. Gabriela Jaquez, who won a national championship with UCLA before getting drafted in the first round to the Sky.
Yeah, I think Jaquez hit that rookie wall early in the season. She's playing her way out of that now, getting her legs back under her and being more efficient on the offensive side.
And how about the assertiveness we've seen from Sloot? That one just too strong, but Courtney Vandersloot trying to look for a shot early, going to the hoop. Jaquez, you talked about that spin move. Whoop, the legs are back.
Yeah, Gabriela Jaquez is able to go down, back the defense down, and get that finish.
Odyssey Sims in the ball game now for the Wings. Shepard working underneath, kicks it out. Sims with an open look. She drains the three. The Irving, Texas native with her first points. And Odyssey Sims, who is back home for Dallas.
Watch how smart Jess Shepard is. She gets inside in the lane. She's patient, draws two, and then kicks out to Odyssey Sims. She's got that point guard mentality of reading the defense.
Here we go.
And picks up a foul on the other end of the floor. Still a 5-point lead, and inside to Elizabeth Williams for the bucket.
Jess Sheldon's having to really work to get through those screens to get back on Arike.
Beckers looking for Shepard, denied by Westbeld. Again, deep into the shot clock. Beckers has to get it over. Arike gets to go from downtown. Arike Agumbawale going to work deep into the shot clock. And already with 9 points to pace the way for all scores.
And efficient from the three-point line. 2 of 3 from downtown.
Closing seconds of this first quarter from Dallas. A little frazzled here. Got to get a shot up, and Williams not able to do so. And closing out that possession empty with the shot clock violation. 2.7 seconds remaining.
I find Odyssey Sims because they can get a shot off.
Odyssey taking too much time, and that takes us to the close. We talked at the top of the broadcast about the importance of that for Tyler Marsh's team. Camila Cardoso joining us now on the bench. And how important was it for you to get those paint touches and getting going early?
It's very important, and I think that's something my coaches and teammates have emphasized, just go to work early.
In that huddle, what did Tyler Marsh discuss when Dallas made their run?
That we got to play better defense, pick up Paige and all the guards up high so we can stop the runs.
All right, thanks so much, Camila.
Thank you.
Camila gets the rest with 6 points. Both teams finished that first quarter shooting the ball well, better than 50% clip for each club. As Sydney Taylor launching it from 3 and gets the bucket.
Yeah, the first part of that first quarter, Chicago shot the ball well. Then it dropped off because when Dallas made their run, it was 4 straight buckets missed by the Sky. That allowed Dallas to get out in transition.
Tough shot, Elizabeth Williams contesting it, and she's called for the personal foul.
First team foul.
Spacing is so important, and when you get paint touches, that will open up the floor from the perimeter. Give Sydney Taylor just enough time.
Well, Paige Becker's at the free throw line, last year's #1 overall pick, shooting a couple season high 34 points in their last game against the Toronto Tempo. Played that game in Montreal for a record-setting crowd, best ever, in the WNBA. Williams spins inside, finds Hawkes, who was cutting, no offensive rebound, puts it back in, does Hawkes.
It is a concentrated, intentional effort by Chicago to get the ball inside, and it doesn't have to be a direct pass to the post. Guards keeping pressure on the defense.
Sims rolling off that screen, finding Smith. Smith going into traffic. Tough shot and one. Count the bucket. Three-point play the old-fashioned way for Alana Smith. Coming up.
I think since Alana Smith took that mask off, she's become more aggressive. I think that demonstrates she's not afraid of the contact and even willing to initiate it.
The Aussie, their 8th season, known as a very good defender throughout her career as well. Left that one short. It's 30-25 in favor of the Wings.
And now with Camila Cardoso back on the floor. In that first quarter, they were 4-7 when she got touches.
Well, chasing down that rebound was Agumbawale. And Fudd being guarded by Cloud, finding the open person, and there's Sims, pops in and out from 3. Smith tried to save it. It was out of bounds. It's going to be Chicago basketball.
Golly, Jose Fernandez has so many weapons. When you look at it, you got Paige Beckers, you got AZ Fudd, but Arike Agumbawale, and then getting Odyssey Sims back on the perimeter.
Swinging it over to Hawkes, too strong, but you just think about the success that he had in the college ranks and building the program from the ground up at South Florida. And when you looked at his teams, typically you saw a lot of international players, so his experience already with a pro-level player.
Yeah, when he was at South Florida, he would get international players because a lot of times they were growing up in a pro system. They knew how to prepare, and so he could spend more time on basketball than all the maturity stuff. Ooh, Cloud with the finish. But I think Jose has made the transition from college to the pros with really seamless. Cloud. So aggressive. You know, when Chicago has Skylar Diggins, he can play, Tyler Marsh can play with Diggins, Salute, and Cloud on the floor at the same time. 3-point guards that are top 10 in all-time career assists.
Let's go Wings.
Of course, they're waiting for Skylar Diggins to return, and you think about how they started this season with Rakia Jackson when she was available before going out with injury.
They still don't have Beniza Laney either.
And Cloud, in her 11th season, over to look inside, and Banham has that one intercepted, or nearly intercepted. Cardoso looking for a call, but nothing underneath the basket. And Smith leading the break, too strong. And Stevens snags it. Through the legs with a trailing Azare Stevens, who banks it from 3-point range. And Chicago taking the lead off that bucket. Nice transition offense for the Sky.
We just talked about Cloud being the top 10 all-time in assists. That was pretty.
Taking it away, all the way, too strong from Stevens, missing there. And in the foul by Sims. Time for tonight's DraftKings Sportsbook Player Plus. And taking a look at Camila Cardoso. She's already off to a half a dozen points. Paige Becker's 5th in the league in scoring with better than 20 a game. She's got 7 all right tonight.
And Camila Cardoso in the last 5 games has averaged almost 19 points a game.
DraftKings is the #1 sportsbook for live betting. Use promo code COURT when you sign up. Isaiah James in the ball game now for the Wings. That one bouncing off, second chance opportunity, and it goes in for Yuru. Well, Tyler Marsh talked about limiting those second chance opportunities, but it's because of great position from Yuru.
Well, you see, Leah Yuru just continues to keep Camila Cardoso on her back and not just stand underneath the rim, but backing out, because she understands 6'7", Cardoso can come over.
Yuru gets that one to bounce in. Well, they needed her size, and you talked about the valuable minutes that she has to play tonight against Cardoso. Taylor pulls up again from 3, back iron. And Yuru pulls it down. To Agumbawale using the Shepherd screen. Nice bounce pass, finding, kicked out. And Becker's Shepherd working, trying to get around that 6'7" Cardoso. Tough shot, but Yuru was right there on the own glass once again. And somehow finds a way to snag it away and put it in. Just relentless on the boards and never giving up on that play, and Yuru is rewarded with the bucket.
Well, the matchup is Jess Shepherd has Camila Cardoso, and it is Lee Yuru. Azare Stevens was matched up there, and Yuru is really, she's owning her matchup.
Zaza finds Shepherd for the Paige Becker's mesmerizing no. Off the crossover. And Sydney Taylor pushing all the way and with the take.
Man, she is a quick rookie. And she's a deadly threat from the 3, but she's got that speed that can get all the way to the rim.
A fantastic story as well. That spin move by Shepherd. Yuru launching it from 3, said why not? But going back to Sydney Taylor, the undrafted rookie guard, started her career at UMass.
She's a terrific story. Not getting drafted and doesn't fold, pack up her shoes, but she continues to go to work in order to make it in the league. She knew she had to get quicker and faster, and she did exactly that. Watch this burst of speed all the way. She went about 80 feet with the ball and got the finish.
Just love how she's been able to earn that roster spot and really make the difference since being inserted into the starting lineup. James, off balance, tough shot. And right now, what are you seeing about what Chicago is doing offensively?
When Chicago takes care of the basketball, they're getting the shots they want. And they can't smoke layups when they get them. But when they're taking quick bad shots, that's allowing Dallas to get out and get their offense going.
In traffic, and I'm not sure if that one was going to go down. Becker says, I'm going to try it anyway, and she'll go to the free throw line. We'll step aside here with 2:55 remaining in the first half. Out of the starting lineup, Diggins, who was brought in as a veteran to try to help this Chicago team. They hope to get her back soon as Fudd gets it to fall.
But to put a bow on it with Skylar Diggins, we'll first look at this replay. Easy fudge. She gets to her spot. She's going to knock it down. But so many people think that it's a negative connotation when you don't start. The game is 4 quarters. You know, you've got plenty of time to make your impact. And with the amount of talent that Tyler March has, you know, to have another line to come in, I won't even start the second line, but another line can keep the pressure on their opponents.
Beckers goes to the floor hard, trying to come down with that rebound.
Losing foul number 10, Camila Cardoso, her second personal.
And that one, foul against Camila Cardoso. That's her second personal foul. That last play will be under review. The officials for tonight's game, Claire Simmons, Agon Abazi, and RJ Johnson.
Previous play is under review for a potential flagrant foul.
So they're going to see if there is the wind-up, impact, and follow-through that would elevate it from a common foul to a flagrant foul.
Well, it looked like both Cardoso and Beckers were coming after the basketball. I think Paige came at an awkward angle. I didn't see a wind-up or anything malicious from either player. They were just 2 players going after the rebound.
Just taking the tough end of that was Beckers, but just like you said, CP, it just looked like 2 players going for the basketball, incidental contact.
Well, when you look at it from the overhead, it almost looked that Cardoso had the inside position and Beckers came in, but watching it from where we're sitting, it looked the opposite. See how Beckers is coming in on Cardoso from the wing. Cardoso had that inside position.
And so they're still deliberating regarding that last play. And I think one of the things that the officials were looking for more specifically was the contact to the face.
After review, there is no unnecessary contact on the play. Therefore, it is a common loose ball foul. Because Dallas is in the penalty, Beckers will shoot 2 free throws.
I agree with that. I think it was incidental contact, 2 players that were going after the rebound. I think Cardoso's momentum of trying to pull the basketball in came down over Beckers, and that's why she was called for the foul.
Now going to the line.
So Beckers at the free throw line have 2 shots on the way. Beckers gets that one to go. Coming up on the Ally WNBA halftime report, Liberty, a 3-game losing streak. Hannah, Monica, Janae, they'll chop it up, discuss more about that and tonight's game between the Sky and the Wings at the half.
That Toronto-New York game had an interesting ending.
Ooh, spicy.
Saw a shoe fly through the air.
Shoe game. Tempers were high and altered the outcome of that game.
Her first personal, it's the 3rd team foul.
Five-point deficit for the Sky on the road. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. Cardoso asking for it, having position inside. And Cardoso just pushing her way through to get the bucket.
Yeah, Azurá Stevens, when she gets the basketball, got to continue to keep her eyes to the rim because Cardoso was open earlier, almost got a 3-second call.
With a nice fake clear out, and Paige Beckers, known as Paige Buckets,
and she blew a kiss to the Chicago bench.
Cloud back the other way. The free throw line, Jay.
Man, we have had us a half. This game has never gotten away. Either team has been able to create space.
Giroux, open look for three. And Dallas has scored on their last 5 possessions. First 3 ball of the quarter. Stevens looking to answer, too strong. And Beckers, they get it inside, and that one's deflected by Stevens. As we take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule tonight, Fever and Aces over on NBC, and Peacock. Asia Wilson, 21 points, 15 rebounds in just 25 minutes versus Phoenix. Then Sparks and Dream tomorrow, along with the Phoenix Mercury and Minnesota Lynx. For more on these games, go to WNBA.com or visit WNBA app.
Now, Las Vegas has put together back-to-back strong defensive games. They will really be challenged today when they take on the Indiana Fever. Fever expected to be full strength with Aaliyah Boston, with Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell.
Well, that should be a great one. Meanwhile, 7 to go on the shot clock. Shot put up by Fudd, won't fall.
I think Chicago could go a horn set, go high-low, get Cardoso inside.
Elbow J, no. Last touch by Cardoso. And it's going to be Dallas basketball. Where you think about just the landscape of the league, and this is a Dallas team that we have seen, again, winners of 4 straight. They could be primed for a playoff run if they continue to put together games.
They're just not talking playoff run. They're talking about going after a championship.
Well, Beckers knows what it's like to be a champion. Success at the college level.
Limited to 8 minutes. Remember, she's on a minute restriction. How effective can they be with her on the floor?
Vandersloot on the floor to start this 3rd quarter. Nice find and cut inside as Taylor with the lay. And Sydney Taylor with now 9 points in this one and closing within 2 possessions.
In that first quarter, Chicago got off to a great start offensively. Can they get off to a good start and then maintain throughout the whole 3rd quarter?
Shepard going to work on Cloud. Good defense there. Better offense as Shepard drops it in. Jess Shepard, who was limited to just 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting in that first half, hits the bucket here in the 3rd. And to your point, the way that Chicago was able to start off this game so hot was because they looked inside. They had 18 paint points in that first quarter. There's Cardoso somehow with a wonderful up and under shot. And Cardoso.
That's normally a move an undersized post player has to make, but at 6'7", she got that little scoop using the English off the glass.
And let's check in with 3rd member of our team, Brooke Weisbrod.
Hey guys, Wings injury update. Alana Smith will be out the rest of the game with a lower right leg injury. Just got word from the Dallas Wings organization, so she will not return.
All right, thanks so much, Brooke. How does that, if at all, impact Jose Fernandez's rotations off the bench?
Well, it's one less big to rotate in, and if Chicago is intentional about getting the ball inside, can you get a Jess Shepard in some foul trouble or put the pressure when he has to go to Lee Rue without having Smith to go to?
Oh, another hit to the face there for Paige Beckers, the collision with Azare Stevens, and Beckers trying to shake it off.
Oh, it was the basketball that hit her in the face.
Taylor off the screen, too strong. And we talked about Paige Beckers and how she impacts every area of the game. She assisted on 50% of either the points scored or assisted on in that first half. A little shake and bake, no.
And Beckers is so durable. Yeah, she struggled in college having a lot of injuries. Once she's come to the pros, she's gotten strong. She's able to handle the physicality.
So the double team came from Beckers. They get it back in the repost entry to Cardoso again along that baseline. And
look, 6'7", Camila Cardoso needs to understand when you have 2 feet in the paint, that's a no-pass zone.
Fudd over to Agumbawale. Tough shot for Agumbawale, no. And back the other way. Here come the Sky, Natasha Cloud going full speed ahead. She and Fudd fall after the play, and the bucket was made. And the wipeout underneath the basket, but Cloud with the determination.
Look, Cloud didn't wait for her team to run with her. She said, I can get by the head of the attack. Watch how fast she gets down the floor. I mean, she runs past everybody, comes from the left, crosses over to the right, and gets the finish and the foul.
And Natasha Cloud, who had her best all-around game in their first meeting against Dallas with 21 points and 8 rebounds to go along with 5 assists in that loss.
We're all tied up.
Yeah.
Now, you got to think, if Dallas is thinking, we had to come up from behind to win the first 2 games against Chicago. Chicago's like, okay, we owe them because they took both of those away from us. They had double-digit leads and blew it.
It's Fudd, pulls up from the free throw line, rims off. Stevens with the rebound. All 8 points this quarter have been in the paint for the Sky. They take a shot from outside. It's Stevens, and she knocks it down from downtown. Well, Azurá Stevens has helped to add to this shift, a 10-0 run for Chicago.
What is Tyler March looking for from
out after the All-Star break?
Well, with the ESPN analytics, they are expecting Dallas to win at least 27 games. You're talking about the easiest schedule. I don't know that there's an easy game for any team this season. Yeah, we have seen how dangerous New York can be. Portland, they're hit and miss. Atlanta, if they get things together and get healthy, they can be dangerous. So I don't think it's a walk in the park for the Dallas Wings.
3-time champion Las Vegas Aces tied for the league's best record along with Minnesota. And remember, Dallas hasn't made the playoffs since 2023. And that was when Latricia Trammell was the head coach, now an assistant with the Chicago Sky. The turnaround halfway down and pops out for Stevens. Shepard with the contact drawn, and Stevens whistled for the foul. What has the point of emphasis been on Jess Shepard? We came in talking about the great season that she's having. How has Chicago helped to keep her at bay?
Well, they have taken her away as a scoring threat and have really been intentional about making her a passer, but the rotations have been there on the kick out.
Beckers working on Williams. The blow by for Beckers and the lay and finish. Paige Beckers with 14 points, ending a 12-0 run from the Sky, but a bucket made back the other way from Gabriela Jaquez.
In the first half, the Sky were stagnant offensively when Camila Cardoso went out of the game. So far, they've been able to maintain efficiency.
Westbell looking for a wide open Alicia Clark, and Clark completes the play. Alicia Clark with her first points of the game.
Alicia Clark, the most mature player in the league at 39 years old.
And Azurá Stevens bringing her offensive prowess to tonight's game, the and one.
I asked Tyler Marsh who he needed more from. He said, I don't want to put pressure on her, but it is Azurá Stevens. And to find that balance of when she's going to attack the rim, we've already seen her be ready and quick on the trigger from the 3. Getting that balance has been good for the Chicago offense.
In double figures with 10 points now and closing in on a double-double with 9 rebounds. And the three-point play for Stevens, the 9-year veteran out of UConn. Largest lead of the game for either team tonight is the Sky up 59-52. Bounce pass in, a lot of traffic.
I think Chicago is definitely focusing on the two-man game between Beckers and Shepard, and they're ready to blow that up.
Well, coming in, if you watch the scouting report, you know that has been a special connection this season between Beckers and Shepard. And right now, defensively, Tyler Marsh's team is able to slow it down tonight. Cloud going up against Clark, two steely veterans, and Cloud wins that one.
You asked me what adjustments Dallas had to make without Alana Smith. Well, it's playing Alicia Clark. And Alicia Clark, she can guard 1 through 4, but I don't know if anybody can guard this kind of move from Natasha Cloud. Fake it right, bring it back to the left, and get the finish.
This not been the season that Chicago has wanted to this point. Tyler Marsh talked about, hey, look, that is plenty of season left. And when you have a player like Natasha Cloud, how can her energy impact this group the rest of the way?
Well, Natasha Cloud's won a championship, so she's going to always compete. Watching her shoot around, how vocal she is, the energy that she brings, her record of the team does not slow her down.
Always a light inside, and she finds Williams, but it pops out.
But here's where Dallas is dangerous, when Shepard can lead the break.
And Clark, wild shot up, wanted some contact, no call there. And a chance to extend their double-digit lead. Taken away, AZ Fudd pulls up in transition for 3. It's Pierre, along 2, they say, for Fudd.
2 or 3, it's the quickest release. I'm going to tell you, she and Kayla McBride can get rid of that thing.
Love to see the little clock of how quickly it leaves their hand.
The only thing that caught my attention were those pink shoes, and we watched her line those puppies up quick. She came down, she eyed it, just barely got a toenail on the three-point line, but she still got that long too.
#1 overall pick, averaging 13 points a game, coming out of UConn. A championship there alongside Paige Beckers, her teammate. Well, the pair with the wings, the bump, and the separation needed for Jess Shepard to finish that off.
She plays on balance. That allows her to absorb some contact and still have the frame to finish her shot.
Cloud trying to go to work. A couple of blue jerseys around her. And then a foul whistled against the wings. That goes against Paige Beckers. Her 3rd personal foul. Elizabeth Williams. Outstanding defender throughout her career at the free throw line. As we'll let you know, to enhance the way you watch the WNBA with WNBA ID. You can easily sign in across devices, get personalized content, and unlock VIP access to the league. Scan the QR code to create your free account today. Chicago has to find the open man, because Maddie Seagrass, we saw her do that throughout her college career. If you leave her open, she's going to knock him down.
Oh,
the pick
nice
and roll,
roll.
wonderful roll from Williams.
But now what Dallas cannot do is just trade baskets. They can get stops on the defensive end. They've got them plenty of enough firepower on the offensive end.
Fudd, the roll, Shepard, count it, and 1. Well, they held Jess Shepard to just 4 points in that first half, but now not having an answer here in the third.
Well, the key for Dallas is to have space, get shooters in the corner, and that will open up things in the slot, right down the middle of the floor.
Shepard at the line. First season, WNBA All-Star, on pace to average 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. The only other player to do that in WNBA history was Candace Parker, now drawing her team within 4.
Courtney Vandersloot back on the floor.
And she's fouled, going to the rack.
When she took her last break and went to the bench, she had a plus 12 in the plus-minus category. She is so efficient on the floor. And Tyler Marsh is going to get Camila Cardoso back on the floor with Cardoso.
And such a balance that Tyler Marsh has to do with the minutes restriction on Vandersloot. Next Sunday on ABC, the WNBA season rolls on. The LA Sparks take on these Dallas Wings at 1 Eastern, with Countdown getting us started at 12:30. Catch all the action live or stream on the ESPN app.
First 2 times that these 2 teams met, Chicago was able to get a lead, and Jose Fernandez said a lot of times when their offense got stagnant or they missed shots, that affected them on the defensive end. Right now, Chicago for the game is shooting over 52%. So the Dallas defense has not had an effect on the Chicago Sky.
How often have we heard that no matter what level you're at, coach is always talking about the defense impacting how things affect the offensive end?
Every coach. You got a turnover on the sideline from a spectator. Spilled the beverage.
Oh, yeah.
They cost too much money. You can't waste them.
To hold my beer? No, I can't. Can I say that? I don't know.
Well, not on air.
Oh, my bad.
Or you got to use code words.
Oh, code words. Okay.
Oh, that's a big-time party foul. That's, yeah.
And still trying to make sure it's all nice and dry on the sideline as players await, standing at the free throw line. The thumbs up, good to go. The thoroughness inside this American Airlines.
It did nice, the free throw shooter. Sloop was fine with it.
Let's go, Wings.
He's got half a dozen points tonight. And Cardoso got a hand on that one. The turnover, out and running. Gabriela Jaquez leaves it short. Jaquez driving baseline against Clark. The contact.
That rookie has no fear. A lot of confidence. You missed the first one, you get it back again instead of passive and passing back. She said, no, I'm going downhill. I'm going to try that one again.
How talented is this rookie class coming
goodness. Yes.
W this season? When you think about, she was 1 of 6 out of UCLA. You've got
Awafam.
Olivia Miles.
Oh,
hello.
My goodness.
Number 2 overall pick in
Yes.
Minnesota.
Yes.
Magic Miles.
Look, this league is in good hands when it comes to when you're inserting that kind of talent every year. Look, we still don't have, you're waiting on Hannah Hidalgo, Juju Watkins. Come on now.
Oh, wait a minute. The future, very bright.
It's very bright.
Inside a minute here in the third quarter. And Fudd puts it up. And the contact from Jaquez. So Fudd, a 75% free throw shooter, will go to the line.
Paige Becker's on the bench getting a break right now because fourth quarter, that's Becker's time.
Oh.
We have seen her this season just take over games when it comes to the fourth quarter. And I asked her about it. She said, that's when it's go time. And I asked Jess Shepard about Paige Beckers, and she said they understand the assignment and where the ball needs to go.
Well, you think about the two comebacks. It was Paige who was integral in those comebacks and being able to seal the game in their last outing against the Sky. Sloot, step back three. She got it. Courtney Vandersloot, 3 of 5 from the floor. First made 3.
That's just her 4th made 3 on the season.
We talk about off the screen. No for Fudd. And last touched by the Sky.
The vet, the point guard, recognizing if they go under that screen, she understands 70-30. It's 70 everybody else, but that 30% she's ready to answer.
Maddie Seagrass, the out of bounds play. And cutting the deficit to 7. Sloot, side 14 for the Sky.
Yeah, Allie quickly shot 39%. I remember talking to Allie about she used to come to Chicago Sky games and sit in the stands and continue to work till she earned herself a roster spot.
Let's go, Wayne.
As we continue to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the WNBA, and throughout this season highlighting all of the spectacular players that we've been able to witness throughout since 1997. And the game continues to grow. We mentioned the best attendance on record in the league. Highest scoring we've seen ever. The expansion of the games.
Fouls on number 12.
100%. Meanwhile, a 5-point ball game. Just a minute plus in to this 4th quarter. Sydney Taylor gets it on the screen, going right at a 6'7" Yeru. And Taylor with the finish at the rim. It's Beckers going in. No contact, doesn't matter. It's buckets made by Paige Beckers.
Yeah, it's go time in the 4th quarter for number 5 in blue.
PB5, Paige buckets, but we were talking before the game. Also, the mid-ranger, a new nickname, cutting to the basket is Stevens, and great find as Azare Stevens with 13 points for Chicago.
Fouls on number 30, Azare Stevens, her 3rd personal.
Chicago's going to have to, in defending Paige Beckers, when she is in 4th quarter mode, you can't allow the touch. Because when she gets it, she's either going to score it or she's going to get herself to the free throw line.
Beckers, one of the fastest players to 1,000 points in her career. You mentioned Elena Deladon earlier. She was able to do it, tied with her at 4th as well. And for more on Paige, let's send it over to Brooke.
Well, Tiff, you talked about the mid-ranger. That's actually the new nickname in Nike campaign that they've been working on. She said they've been collaborating on it this summer, and while I don't like a whole bunch of stuff about myself, it was really cool with it being Texas-themed and being a Ranger. I highly encourage everybody to check it out. And obviously, she said, I love the mid-range game.
Well, yes, she definitely does. She had 89 mid-range last year. Sydney Taylor likes it from 3-point range. But Paige Beckers has had 49 mid-range shots made this season.
Who's second in is Courtney Williams. Beckers responsible for all 6 points in this 4th quarter for Dallas. Shepard, a partner in crime, getting it done with an elbow jumper. But Jess Shepard and Paige Beckers helping to carry the load here and bringing the Wings within 6. The spin move, I'm telling you, I have been so impressed watching Sydney Taylor this season. And you talked about how her journey has been an inspiring one, but showing how she belongs in the WNBA.
Wow, AZ Fudd, wow.
Taylor pulling it, no. But this is what we have seen from Sydney Taylor all season long. Check out the footwork.
Well, she may be a rookie, but she went with the old school. I'm going to show it to you and take it back. Now you see me, now you don't. I like this matchup of Taylor and AZ Fudd.
Trying to snag that one away. Beckers pulls it, rolls off, second chance, glass, there's Shepherd. Jessica Shepherd, 15 points, 8 rebounds to go along with 4 assists.
Chicago's got to be thinking about not blowing a lead for the 3rd time. Nice move by Azurá Stevens inside.
Well, Azurá Stevens, who has answered the call in this game and stepping up in a big way for the Sky. Fudd, little hesitation, working on Taylor, stretched arms.
I look at the matchup. Who is matched up, whether it's Shepherd, who's she matched up with, Azurá Stevens or Camila Cardoso? Go with the taller one. And right now it's Azurá Stevens. I would take her inside and post up.
And just trucking through, but not able to get it to go is Cardoso.
Cardoso didn't trust that left hand.
An area where she's been able to finish a lot better this season. Cloud going for the steal, falls to the floor, pops right back up. It's Beckers going to work on Sheldon. An open Agubawale. The assist from Beckers. Agubawale with a bucket, and Dallas within a possession.
5 men with their shot selection and then defend on the other end.
Taylor elevates, no.
And Tyler Marr said, if another team outplays you, that's one thing, but you don't want to beat yourself.
Those self-inflicted wounds. And we'll see how they do in the closing minutes of this one. As Beckers, who was again a part of that engineering of the comebacks. And we talk about those 20-point games this season. She's now had a 20-point game in 7 of her last 8 ball game.
You got those players that get the look on their face that they're going to take it over. We've seen it from Angel Wilson, at times from Ryan Howard. Paige Beckers gets that look in her eyes. She's so competitive and has that refuse to lose mentality.
And Beckers committing her 4th personal foul, which sends Natasha Cloud to the free throw line.
That's going to be important, because if Chicago is patient and tries to get isolations, will Paige Beckers play conservative and they go at her? That gives you an opportunity to score. Or does she just say, listen, I'm going to leave it all on the floor. If I foul out, I foul out.
Well, under a new head coach, played for Gina Auriemma at UConn, said very similar in terms of the way that we run this offense, the ball movement, player movement. Beckers has the ball in her hands, 5 to go on the shot clock, finds Fudd, the quick release from 3, drained it, tie ball game. Chicago had a 10-point lead at one point, and now a tie ball game as Fudd and Taylor get tied up. Their jump ball.
Oh, AZ Fudd was all ball. All ball. That's a great call.
That makes me think immediately. Remember that song, I Wanna Get Physical, Physical? Yeah. Jump ball, Taylor wins it into the hands of the Sky. Unloads from 3, no.
I don't know if that's a shot that you want in that situation. Drive, attack, get downhill.
Well, over 3 minutes remaining, spinning, baseline, just Shepherd rolls it in. Dial it up, for Jessica Shepard. First lead since early in the third quarter.
Chicago trying to take away Paige Beckers. That leaves Jess Shepard to go one-on-one. The determination, the strong spin, and the finish.
15th double-double, rimming out on that free throw. And Shepard giving Dallas the lead on the other end. It's Cloud, had it poked away, hangs on to it.
Go back to Courtney Vandersloot, said she wanted to bring that calming factor to closing games.
Talk about how just calm Cardozo feels. Uru with the block! WNBA national TV schedule. It's Indiana and Las Vegas in action tonight, and then Monday 2 games coming your way on USA, and Peacock, LA, and Atlanta and Phoenix in the Twin Cities. Well, you talked about the takeover effect of Paige Beckers, and in this fourth quarter, we have seen just that.
Well, she has done it in a number of different ways in affecting this game. She's done it driving it to the basket, but she's also assisted 3 assists. She got a 2 from Arike Agumbawale, but she also had a big-time drive and kick out to AZ Bud. This was huge right here. That 3 right there that helped the momentum totally shift to the side of the Dallas wing. She's talking about it, but look how competitive Paige Beckers is.
Not only does she talk about it, she is about it. And on the inbound, 0.7 seconds to go, quickly out of the hands of Stevens. Beckers controls it. Wings have shifted the lead back in their favor, currently on a 14-4 run. Agumbawale off 1 foot. Agumbawale with 13 points tonight in a 2-possession game in favor of Dallas.
But now's when Chicago has to play disciplined and not panic.
That one left short by Vandersloot. Trying to go and get it. And final 2 minutes here from American Airlines Center. Beckers probing, puts it up. Short, Shepard had it snagged away by Cloud. And Sloot. Stevens on the drive, no. Gets the offensive rebound, pulls it from 3, she got it. Azure Stevens, who's knocked down a trio of 3s tonight. That one a big one to draw within 1.
Now it's go time for Chicago. Natasha Cloud trying to keep her team heads up so that